In 1962, an 86% vote of the referendum that was supposed to put the Northern Frontier District, that is the full Somali ethnicity, into Somalia was made. That means 86% of all the people of Somali origin and Somali ethnicity voted to go to be part of Somalia, the country. However, the government refused. The Kenyan government refused. And that is because Jomo Kenyatta did not want Mount Kenya to be exposed to Somalia, to a neighboring country. And so for selfish reasons, they needed to create a buffer zone, an army of bodies, of people who would create a hostile terrain that, of course, remained underdeveloped for 50, 60 years of Kenya's independence. And therefore, that is why we have Northeastern Province, that later became a couple of counties that we have today. And that is how you could find somebody called Rigathi Gachagua talking about, oh, Northeastern, oh, Nini. Because there has been this ongoing and deep-seated ethnic hatred between the Somali and the Agikuyu, because one of them, wrongly so, was the host of the British. And after that, they inherited the British mentality that land is more precious than people. And post that, trade was also given to a community as a way of soothing them, because Jomo Kenyatta was unable to return the land that had been stolen from the people. Kenyans fought for independence. They fought for freedom. They fought for their land back. They were given democracy and a president who moved some of them to coastal Kenya and others to the Rift Valley in Nakuru, because Nakuru was part of the Rift Valley. And then the rising tensions that were brewed by Jomo Kenyatta lived to this day. They lived to the time that Kenya, they had become so radicalized that in 2011 or something, Mwai Kibaki led the Linda Inji invasion of Somalia. But even before we go to the other country, in 2-3 years later after independence, when the Somalis in Kenya came to understand that they had been betrayed by this Kenyan government, as were many others, right? Because it took some time for people to realize what was happening. So 67 or so maybe 3 years since the vote was in 62, so 5 years later, when this thing was never going to be done, and the people had used all the people available means to demand